Okay, so here's always a scary part for me. You would want to measure the inner length of your tires. Do the best you can. Um, and then push your ramps in. Make sure it's center on your tires on both sides. Then use one eye and move your head in a way that the rear, the front tires, and the ramp are lined up in a straight line. Okay, do the same to the other side of the car. Now measure the ramps in a few places just to make sure everything matches, all the lengths match to your inner length of your tires. And then you fix it to accordingly to the length of your inner tires. And then measure again, and then you're ready to drive. So when you're driving up, if you get stuck, you can just stop and then start again. You don't have to keep accelerating all the way up, because if you accelerate too much, you might come off. So now that you've got the car on the ramps, take off the plastic cover on the bottom of the car. It has a bunch of these screws and also the plastic anchor screw. Just flip it off with a flathead screwdriver. Slide the oil pan in, and this is your oil tank. And that's your drain plug right there. And on the left, the yellow can is your oil filter. Now I used a breaker bar to help untighten the drain plug because it's easier. And then when it's a little bit loose, just untighten it with your hand. Put a little bit of pressure on the drain plug so that the oil doesn't come flying out. Also make sure it's not too hot either, so you don't burn yourself. Now remove the oil filter with an oil filter wrench. I used this rubber one because it seems to have a better grip and not as slippery as the metal one. Loosen the oil filter and make sure it doesn't drop into your oil pan. And when it's off, make sure that the rubber piece on the old oil filter doesn't get stuck on the seating of the engine. After all the oil is drained from the tank, wipe it clean. Put the new gasket back on the drain plug. Put it back on the tank by hand, and make it as tight as you can with a socket wrench. Apply a thin coat of engine oil to the seal of your new filter. After cleaning the rubber seal seating area of the bottom of the engine, install your new oil filter by hand, turning it, make sure it's tight, and turn it another quarter of a turn more so that it stays in place. And then open your hood, and then open the oil fill cap. Okay, someone stole my funnel, but I don't recommend doing this because the oil could spill and catch on fire. But the amount of oil that you need to add in your car is based on what you drained out. The manual said to put 4.2 quads, but I usually put about 4.5 quads because I know I drained my oil pretty good. And close the oil fill cap back, and let your car sit for about 30-35 seconds, and make sure you also check to see if there's no leak from the oil tank or the filter. Then put the plastic cover back on and take your car off the ramp. Put it in a level surface so you can check your oil. So take the oil stick out and wipe it clean. And put it back on. And then take it back out again so you can see the level of oil that you have in your car. Now you can see that there's two holes. The top one indicate a full, and then The bottom one indicates it's empty, and mine's right on the line, so I'm good. The line of full, I meant. So that's it for an oil change, and thanks for watching, and good luck.